What is going on, beautiful people all around the world? I hope you're all well. Hope everyone is safe. This is going to be my first Bloons TD6 video. I love Bloons. I don't think I'm very good at the game. I know it says 152, that's just because I play a lot. And considering how much I play, I'm not very good. But I have beaten quite a lot of maps on CHIMPS, blackboarded a few. Gotten a bunch of beginners maps. I'm just working on blackboarding all of these guys, but today we're going to be looking at an advanced map, and that's Spillway. So I actually was able to complete it today, and what's funny is I've beaten everything on here but half cash just because I don't like half cash, but I've actually beaten round 100 on all of these guys, and now I've beaten it with CHIMPS. But what's funny, and I'll get into the meat of this run while I explain kind of how this works, or how this map works. I was using Etienne for every single game mode because I'm going to be taking a different direction with this. So if you look at most of the guides on YouTube for this particular map, they like to go with the ninja in the middle, and I'm going to be doing the same thing. But everyone keeps the ninja in the middle. Now we're going to be doing something a little bit different today, but we got to have the ninja in the start. It is the most reliable, and we don't need to take it off auto start for quite some time actually. Probably until, I think, until like around round 50. You want to go with the Seeking Shuriken first because Seeking Shuriken will seek other balloons out, and that's really going to help until we get the Ninja Discipline, I believe, in round 9. And that's going to be very, very nice. I can actually put it back on auto start. I have hotkeys enabled. I have the number pad for 1, 2, and 3 enabled for the upgrades, and I've got the numbers above the keys. I don't know what they're called, but I got them enabled for all the abilities, and then I have the different keys enabled for the different towers. I highly recommend doing that. It makes the game a lot easier. But yeah, we are just kind of starting off with Ninja. We're going to upgrade to a 201, and so that is going to be Sharp Shurikens, popping 4 balloons each. That is excellent. With the Ninja Discipline, seeking out the balloons and then popping them automatically, so we don't have to worry about the ninja whiffing or anything like that, and it's going to be really useful. And then we are going to wait until round 15, and actually at that point we're going to be taking it off auto start. So auto start basically means that the rounds are going to be continuing in succession, but if we take it off auto start, it'll stop after each round, and after each round you get a bonus cash of 100 plus whatever round. So after this round, it's going to be 113 extra cash. So, yeah, we're going to wait until Adora pops up, and it's going to be very useful. Take it off auto start, because 15 is one of the first real brutal rounds, I would say, in this game. I would say the first actual real bad round is 10, if you don't have the proper, monkeys, or proper towers. So Adora's placement isn't that exact, but you kind of want it, you see my big cursor, you want it right over here, because Adora can see through walls, and this is blocking most towers, this is blocking most towers, so you want to get Adora right about here.
It is time.
And you can leave her on first up until we hit round 28, and then we're going to leave her on strong for the rest of the time. And that's not just for the lead balloons, because Adora can pop leads. The only balloons that Adora cannot pop are magic balloons, which are the purple ones, and the camo balloons. But we are going to be getting a camo village right after 40, and that's going to be really helping us out a lot. So we're going to upgrade this guy to double shot. Now he's going to be throwing 2 shurikens at once, so each shuriken pops 4 balloons, so that'll be 8 balloons that we're getting for each little shot that he's throwing, and that's going to carry us pretty much for the next while and a half. Next thing we are going to do, we are going to get the first of 2 monkey aces, and the reason we are getting this first ace is for the never miss targeting, and that is the 003 path that we are going to be doing. I'm going to place him right under Adora, right, adjacent to this little wheel thingy, and we're going to put him on figure 8, because we're going to get him in the center eventually, but for right now, we're going to leave him on figure 8 because we're not going to be upgrading him for a while. And actually what we're going to be doing, we're going to be getting our first village. I'm going to get him right next to Adora, right above the village. And you can see his range is really nice. And I'm going to take this off auto start so I can put Adora on strong for 28 and leave her like that for the rest of the entire time. So Adora on strong not only will be able to pop the lead balloons pretty quickly, she'll pop it on first too, but then once you hit like 48, 49, you get those zebra balloons, the black-white balloons. And it creates an easier scenario for the ninja, which we are going to be selling eventually. And I'll get to that when we get to Adora level 7. So let's go ahead and play this out and get it back onto auto start. We're going to be upgrading this village to a 002 for now. And that's going to give us a 15% total discount on everything. Well, that's within its range, of course. So we're going to get the sharper darts, and then we're going to leave it for now. And then we're going to wait until we get $2,300 so that we can get the never miss targeting. And we can get centered pad, but I want to keep it on figure 8 just to make my life a little bit easier. So you can see Adora's popping these black balloons first, and that makes my life a lot easier. And now we're going to be having the all camo round on 33, but Ninja automatically hits camo, so we're good to go on that. And once I believe 35 is when we get centered the never miss targeting and centered path as well. Let's go ahead and wait until we get there. Actually, no, we get it midway through 34. So now you can see most of the time we're going to be hitting our balloons, and then every time it basically heat sinks. And never miss targeting is not very good in the late game, but it's going to really help us out in this mid game, 40 to 60. Next thing I'm going to be doing is getting my second plane, and we're going to, whoops, wrong hotkey. So you can place a dart monkey like right here, and then this plane right here. So we want to in range of this village, and we're going to be going rapid fire, and put him on figure 8, lots more darts. Fighter plane for the Moabs, because fighter plane does a lot of heat-seeking missiles towards the Moabs. Sharper darts, and then centered path. And then we are set until 40. And then the next thing we're going to be getting, I'm not going to get this village until after 40. I'm going to take it back off auto start. And then we can leave it off auto start until, I believe, the 90s, which is really nice. Or, sorry, until 50 and then the 90s. Okay, so now we're going to put this next village here. Right on the left of the never miss targeting plane. You can see we got all these upgrades right now. Upgrade to a monkey business over here. And Adora's first ability. And round 40 is done. And now we can go. And we're going to get the grow blocker and then the radar scanner right away. We have the discount on that. We want to be able to hit those camos for 45. And we will be able to get that pretty quickly. And now we're going to go monkey commerce. And next thing we're going to be doing is actually getting an Alchemist. Alchemist, one of the really cool things that it does is that it buffs the towers next to him if you go on the top path. So we can go 1, 2, 3, and Berserker Brew gives extra damage, range, and attack speed for a short amount of time. We're going to go faster throwing just to help out the never miss targeting, but it is right next to the fighter plane, so it is going to be getting more on the fighter plane. And we're going to be waiting until round 49, right at the start of round 49. We're going to take it off auto start. And then we are going to be working on selling this guy. Let's go ahead and get the jungle drums first. Jungle drums basically just increases attack and speed of all monkeys in its radius. So now we have it on this guy, we have it on this guy, and we have it on Adora, who can also see camo now. And once we get that MID, Adora will be able to hit the magic balloons, but we actually don't really need anything for the magic balloons. Everything else can hit it, so it's not really a big deal. So now we're going to use Adora's level 7 ability, and that is the sacrifice. And we can sacrifice this guy. And what's really nice about Adora,
I await the transformation.
We're at level 7 right at the very end. As soon as I sell this ninja, we are going to graduate to level 8. And you can see we are halfway through level 8. So when you sell a tower, you get the amount of experience that you paid for that tower. Something like that. So for the ninja, we paid somewhere around, like, I think 1,300. So we get 1,300 in experience. Very nice stuff. So we're going to be placing one of the stars of the show, which is our dart monkey. And we're going to go 402. With Etienne, you can go 420, which is a little bit better, or a lot better, honestly, because it's faster. But we're going to go for this Ultra Juggernaut. And then, yeah, but we have to do Advanced Eyesight just for the DDTs later on. Otherwise, we will not be able to beat 90, 93, and 95. We can beat 90, but we will not be able to beat 93 and 95 unless we do a lot of microing and a lot of abilities and stuff like that. And I don't want to deal with any of that. So now all we need to do is wait until we get the Ultra Jug, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and get it up to Ultra Jug. You do want to get jungle drums on this guy because otherwise 49 and 50 will be pretty difficult. You'll have to use your abilities and, you know, using abilities is a lot of it is timing dependent. You don't want it to be too timing dependent. We should get Ultra Jug somewhere in the mid 50s. I forget which round that we're doing. I'm gonna leave a link to like a spreadsheet in the description, and then I'll link it in the comments. It'll be like a Google Docs thing, and you guys can check that out. More than welcome to. So we are only 5,000 away, 5,500, or no, just less than 5,000 away from Ultra Jug. One of the cheapest fifth abilities in the game. I believe Elite Sniper and Elite Defender are cheaper, but as a whole, if you consider all the upgrades, Ultra Jug is far cheaper than anything else in this game, and it's quite good. Ultra Jug, what it does really well, it beats up on the walls, and a bunch of other spike balls will come out of it, and we should be able to get it somewhere on 54, which is going to be beautiful because now we have extra damage to that Moab. We have extra damage to ceramics, and it's going to make 63 one of the hardest rounds in the game because of all the grouped ceramics. It's going to make that really trivial. 63 with Ultra Jug is one of the easiest rounds out there just because of Ultra Jug, and now we have got a lot of great power. So the next thing we're going to be doing, you can see all these balls flying around, lots of balls, lots of balls. We're going to be upgrading to a stronger stimulant. And then we are going to be upgrading to Operation Dartstorm, which is going to be giving us more Moab popping power, and then 16 darts and shooting twice as fast. So definitely a lot better than the fighter plane. And we are just going to be hanging tight up until 79, where we are going to be getting Operation Dartstorm. So if you guys like this video, if you like the video, if you like me, if you like the sound of my voice, feel free to like the video, subscribe. I'm going to be putting out more Bloons content, hopefully. Definitely more Dead Cells on the way. I really like the new update. I think it's a phenomenal update. But not much to say about it outside of upgrades. I mean, I can do like a little, like, maybe 10-minute video that like talks about, like, not for the ads. I don't really get any money off my videos, but I can do like a little 10-minute video that like talks about like, hey, like, this is what's going on in the update, this is what I like about it, this is what I don't like about it, things like that. So I was thinking of doing that. It won't be as detailed as my 1.9 and 2.0 reviews. You know, I did like those videos. Those are some of my favorite videos to this date, but in terms of just the actual content, there wasn't much outside of a bunch of buffs, and it's really hard to like get a sense of all the buffs. But I will tell you guys, some of the buffs in there were really significant, and let's take a look at 63 right after this round. So let's look at that, and we can see the fortified, not a problem. And 63 on this map actually isn't that bad because all of these guys are going to go in the center, but it's really nice to be able to just be able to beat up on everything with Ultra Jug. And like I said, we are going to be waiting until round 79 to be able to get that Sky Shredder, which is going to be doing an insane amount of Moab popping power, shoots incredibly fast. And yeah, so yeah, I mean, what I really like about the Dead Cells update was just like being able to, a lot of weapons, most weapons are already really good, but just like having a lot of things like balance out, especially like nerfs to certain overpowered things such as like the Alchemist Carbine and the Hakuto Bow, things like that. Tactics was overpowered, but now Survival is very good. I really like, I mean, Brutality is always going to be my favorite playstyle. Tactics is my most efficient, obviously, but I've gotten some of my most like insane wins on Tactics, but Brutality is like my favorite. Survival is getting up there though. I really like Survival. It'll never be my favorite playstyle just because it's really slow, but I really like Survival now. Definitely improved in a lot of respects. And now you can use other shields too. Like, I like that they nerfed Punishment Shield and Thunder Shield, because one of the more underrated shields in the game, in my opinion, are two shields, Knockback and Force Shield. Force Shield I think is great. Just because it just is really good against mob management. If you think about Ramparts, you have the Slasher and the Rampagers and all this shit running after you, and then it really helps in terms of that. Just being able to have that invincibility for a good amount of seconds, and then you can kind of get out of there pretty cleanly. And Knockback is really good with a lot of long-range weapons such as Magic Missiles, Quick Bow, Marksman's Bow, so I like that other shields are getting more visibility now. So yeah, I mean, that's it on Dead Cells. Obviously this is a Bloons video and I'm talking about Dead Cells for the majority of it, but yeah, I don't need to use any abilities until round 75, and I'm just going to be using Adora's first and third abilities. Third ability is the Ball Lightning. Pretty much can take down an entire ZOMG. If you level it up, but it can take down an entire BFB right now. And then the first ability, obviously, like, it does like infinite pierce, and then like pretty much goes all around the screen. It's really, really nice. But after 75, it's pretty easy because Operation Sky Shredder is going to be doing the majority of our pops from here on in. It's going to be getting over about 1 million pops by the end of this. Ultra Jug will be somewhere around 300,000. And Ultra Jug is really helping us for that mid game, especially for round 63 and just for all the other rounds. And being able to pop these Moabs, like along with Sky Shredder / Operation Darkstorm, like, and having something in the middle that's a little more reliable than a Balloon Jitsu is really nice, because this can also pop LEDs and camo, so it can pretty much pop everything. I believe it pops everything. Leave a comment if it doesn't, but I'm a big fan of Ultra Jug. I use it on so many maps. With, like, if I see a wall, I'm going to use it. So let's use Adora's third ability. We actually don't really need an ability here, but I like to play it safe. So right at the end of 75, you want to use Adora's third ability, and then you can carry over on to 76, which is really nice. And yeah, we are almost at Operation Darkstorm, and I'm really excited about this one. So, or we're almost at Sky Shredder, excuse me. I always confuse the two. But as you can see, Ultra Jug is doing all of our popping power inside of the little spill. This is one of my favorite maps in the game, honestly. A lot of people like to take away these little wheels. You can sell them for 2,000. I don't really do that. Not really much of my thing, but I mean, I did do it. I had a sub-commander, but I made it to 98 and I lost using a similar strategy. So I decided just to go with the biggest one. Just gives me much more popping power, grouped popping power, especially for those DDTs in round 98. And we're going to be doing a few more things. Towards the end of 78, we should be able to get our Sky Shredder. And we don't actually need to even take it off auto start. We can just let this keep playing, and then we're going to get our Sky Shredder right about now. And now you can see this is just going ham. It's awesome. And we're going to be getting our mortar next. Get him right about here. Right out of the range of the Alch, but still with the ×2 village. And we're going to be going for a 3-2 path and leave it there. And then we're going to be getting an MIB, and then we're going to be getting the biggest one. And then round 93, midway through round 93, we'll be able to get the biggest one. So nothing there until Sky Shredder and I didn't even talk about the ZOMG, but yeah, it pops everything. These two, Sky Shredder, you can already see it's at 150. This guy's at 101. These guys are doing amazing work. So 8640 for that big one, not too much. We're going to be doing 3 more things here. So the first thing is obviously, or 4 more things. The first is to get this big one. So round 84 is when we're going to be able to get it, I think. Nope, we get it now. I'm very bad at like money calculations. I'll leave a link to the income calculator because I did the income calculator figure out, but it's not entirely accurate because it doesn't account for discount villages, doesn't account for heroes and things like that. So now all we need to do is just wait until round 93, where we are going to use Adora's first ability and then get the biggest one from there. And we do want to take it slow for round 93, but until then, we can just let this play out. Even ZOMGs, you can see they pop real easy. And yeah, we're going to take it off auto start at round 92 for the rest of this battle. But you can see Adora's still on strong. But the problem with Adora is obviously she levels up very slowly. And you have to sacrifice a bunch of towers to get to round 20. And you can do that. You can sacrifice it, get her over to level 20. You can do that if you want. And she can take down the bad pretty much by herself outside of taking like the camo village, making sure that's there. But yeah, really just nothing. I mean, four ZOMGs can't even handle this. And the reason I have these guys on center path, both of these villages, is obviously, you know, you have everyone come from all angles, and then doing a bunch of micro is not really what I want to do. You got to do it on later maps, but Spill is one of the easier maps, I would say, that has the advanced designation. It's really not that bad. And round 90 is going to be our first wave of DDTs. That's going to be our first 3. And let's go ahead and wait for them. And then you can see it pops real easy. Nothing doing here. And we are just going to wait until 93 for our biggest one. So we're going to take it off auto start, just so we can prepare ourselves a little bit. And there's a couple things that we're going to need to be doing. So 92 will play out fine. Round 93, we do need to use Adora's first ability for the DDTs and slow it down a little bit. You may need to use the third ability if worst comes to worst. I'm actually going to use the first ability once the ZOMGs enter the track just to play it safe. It should knock it out, but it's not really that big of a deal. You usually get it back for somewhere in 93, but in case it doesn't, you can go ahead and use that third ability and it's not really an issue. DDTs are going to be coming now, so let's use Adora's third ability. It didn't come back in time, but we're going to be able to get that biggest one mid-round. and we should be able to take care of all the fortifieds and all the all the fortified ZOMGs, all the fortified BFBs, no problem whatsoever. Let's go ahead and keep this playing. We're gonna wait until round 96 for our next thing that we're gonna be doing. And I don't even need to place it. I don't even need to use an ability at this point. Everything is gonna be popping real easy. And you can see, yeah, the ZOMG popped kind of late, but it doesn't really matter. Round 95, we don't need to do anything. You can see all the DDTs. I'll slow it down when we have a bunch in the middle. But you can see these DDTs are about to start coming right now. And so you can see right here, like, nothing doing. Like, Adora's still on strong. She's going to be targeting those DDTs when they're in her pathway. And she can see through walls, and you can see, like, nothing is happening here. Even with all the DDT spam, the 8 million DDTs coming in on round 95, nothing's happening, and we're going to be able to take care of this round real easy. So next, what we're going to be doing is waiting until round 96 is done, and then we are going to be selling our never miss targeting. It really helped us in the early game and in the mid game, part of the mid game, but then once we got that Ultra Dark, obviously it's going to fall off. We can get a Spectre, but what's the point? You know, even these 6 ZOMGs aren't going to stand a chance, and Spectre's not really going to be doing anything at this point. So let's go ahead and sell our, let's go ahead and sell this guy. Adora's at level 17 now, so now what we can do is we can get our Dark Knight, which is really going to be useful for round 98. So we can't keep him here, but we can still keep him here. We want to get him in range of both villages, and right here is fine. We're only going to be able to hit this track, but that's all we need. And then we're going to go here, and then we're going to go here. Leave him on first, no problem on that. We can actually use, we don't actually need to use an ability here. Dark Knight will take care of this first Moab by the time it gets into the center. And all we need to focus on is the second ZOMG. I meant ZOMG, I apologize. But we're set here. Round 98, we do need to use both abilities. And next thing I'm going to be doing is placing this guy over here, again in range of both villages, and we're going to be getting him to a first strike capability. Round 98, once the ZOMG start to hit towards the center, we're going to use the first and then the third ability, so right now and right now. Should be able to take care of it. It's going to be very close. It usually is close, but you can see all the ZOMGs pop quickly. No harm, no foul there, and we can go ahead and pick up our first strike capability. Round 99 should not be that bad, but you can go ahead and use Adora's first ability if you want.
Feel the light.
No harm, no issue there. We're going to wait. Now the bad is going to come. We are going to use Adora's third ability, and we are going to put it on slow and then wait until the ZOMG is significantly popped. Basically, the right and left googly eyes have to have a break in them, and then we can use our strike, and we should be golden. So one more pop and we should be good to go. Let's see. Now. Oops. I always do that. But either way, got a 020 monkey sub. That is going to be Chimps for Spillway. If you like the video, feel free to hit like, subscribe for more content. As you can see, we got our Dart Monkey with 225,000. We got this guy, all he did was pop the bat at the end. We could have popped the bat without him. I actually tested without it, but it makes it easier. A little less close. We got our Mortar Monkey with 296,000, and think about it, we only got him in the mid-80s. He did some work. We got our Sky Shredder with 104,905, or sorry, 1,049,056 kills. Excellent work. This guy 42,000, but we really just needed him for round 98. Adora did amazing, 244,000 kills. So thank you guys again. I'll see you all later. Have a great night, everybody, and stay safe out there.
Looking sideways, but how am I the one to blame when you're distorting pictures? Calling my name. Looking sideways, but how am I the one to blame when you're distorting?